Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill
Yeah.
Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right now.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end
I
it.
feel it. I feel it.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. Well, a terrific attitude. It makes him very tough to handle. David, thank you. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Gallinari and Adams, the combo on front. Chris Paul is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in at the 3. And for the Timberwolves, Beasley is out there with Russell. Then it's Karl-Anthony Towns. And it's Okogie in at the 3 slot. Brandon, looking ahead to the playoffs, when you made your first postseason appearance, were you surprised by the intensity you found once you got there?
Kevin, it was my second season. I was playing for the Clippers, so getting into the playoffs was quite miraculous on its own accord for the organization. But the level of detail in the playoffs and intensity in the playoffs, they know everything that you're going to do. And we were playing against the Utah Jazz, which at that time...
Some pretty good players.
Karl Malone, John Stockton, Jeff Hornacek, the great Jerry Sloan as a head coach. It was a wonderful experience, but you understood that the playoffs were different. Absolutely something different in terms of the intensity and what it is that that team knew about you.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now, here is Gallinari. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Utah.
Yeah, but there's always this point, Kevin, you got to look at where did he also impact the game? It was on the rebounding end of the floor. A tremendous performance there.
Here's Russell. Steven Adams making his last shot. Hernan Gomez in the corner. Pass to Okogie. Beasley outside. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Beasley. Towns has got his second basket.
And from day one, Towns has been one of the NBA's top post players. A versatile, well-rounded game on the low block. It doesn't hurt that he can step outside and knock down the jumper either.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. Shot clock at 3. That's a 2 from Paul. Beasley with the rebound. The Timberwolves have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Russell finds Hernan Gomez. From deep. And it's Russell missing.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Here's Dort. His last outing, he had 8 points. Gallinari right side, puts it up from 15, and the jumper is on the mark.
Nice swing action there. Gallo, he simply squares up and rises to the occasion.
Back to Russell. Down low, here's Hernan Gomez. Good, and the assist goes to Russell.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Trailing by 2.
That's his second foul of the first quarter, and they may want to sit him for a while to avoid number 3.
James Johnson's checked in for the Timberwolves. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Noel's checked in. The shot's good from Paul.
Love seeing CP3 shoot from there. He just owns that area of the floor. One of the best jumpers in the history of the game.
And for the Thunder, a lot of the assistant coaches leaving this past summer. Greg, how much of a concern is that for head coach Billy Donovan?
Possibly a sign that Donovan could be on the hot seat in OKC. I mean, 3 consecutive first-round exits. Donovan on the final year of his deal. The clock is definitely ticking.
Basket good.
Great to have Noel active like that, proving how dangerous he can be on the inside.
Russell with a wide open look. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Mike Muscala is checked in for Steven Adams. Terrence Ferguson comes in for Gallinari. Diallo, he's checked in for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Chris Paul. They get it again. Noel, pass to Diallo. There's the triple. The rebound by Johnson.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
There's a break in the action, so let's now take a look at the teams with the highest field goal shooting percentage. The real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. Fifth on the list, the Thunder.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
A nice shot by Culver.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Diallo kicks it over to Schroeder, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Thunder shooting their first free throw of the evening. And the technical free throw is good.
Well, it's been up and down the last few years for Nerlens Noel, but there are still some impactful numbers for the minutes that he's on the floor as a rim protector.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Evans is checked in. Here's Ferguson. There's the pass to Diallo. Over Evans. They get the rebound. Here's Muscala. Here's Noel. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Passes to Johnson. Evans outside. It could go. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. All-star big man Karl-Anthony Towns is hungry.
I want to be the best player who ever played. And
his coaches, Greg, and teammates love hearing that.
And how can you not? I mean, that kind of drive is special. And with his tools and potential, hard to put a ceiling on just how good he can be.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And for the Thunder guys, what stands out to you so far?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
Yeah, looking for a spark here, and the coach tapped the right guys to get out there and provide it.
Layman is out there with James Johnson. Then it's Culver, and it's Reed in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. And that one's good. Noel.
Well, just wants to continue Nerlens Noel to show that he is working on his game offensively to become more effective.
Now here's Johnson. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Rockets in Houston.
Yeah, but there's always this point, Kevin, you got to look at where did he also impact the game. It was on the rebounding end of the floor. A tremendous performance there.
Diallo, no good. Timberwolves trail. Right wing. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yet another player from the 2019 draft class who wasn't a top high school recruit. Jarrett Culver, 3-star guy, thin, unrefined, but in that sophomore year of college, boy, did he surprise some folks.
Juan Hernan-Gomez, he's checked in for James Johnson. Robertson, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Pass to Ferguson. Back to Schroeder. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. And Greg, when you talk about Culver, the one thing he did show in high school, and again showed at Texas Tech, the ability to score.
Yeah, and he creates and makes shots against great defenders. Every team in the NBA is looking for that. His jumper, his handle, his ability to move without the ball, already NBA-level stuff.
And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They trail by 1. Now, here is Hernan-Gomez. Not a lot of room. Noel. Off target from 3-point range. Thunder have gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. And now Minnesota on the fast break. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
And the Thunder with the possession here after the basket by Minnesota.
And even though Schroeder might be on the light end of things when it comes to his weight, he remains relentless driving towards the basket.
It's stolen by Muscala. Now here's Noel. T right on him. Schroeder right side. Clock at 6. And that one's good. Noel's got the lead up to 1 now for the Thunder. Ray, you stood up for 6 teams in your NBA career. What do you think about some of the front offices that you came across during that playing time?
I think when you find a front office, when you move from franchise to franchise, is what it is that they value most. And there were some franchises, quite frankly, Kevin, that I played for where they just wanted you to show up on time, get there, play the game, and leave. Those franchises end up having a lot of struggle to find some footing in the league. They also find trouble finding attraction from free agency because people understand the culture just isn't there. There are other teams that do so many other things well, Kevin. You feel so much more valued as a player throughout your course of your career. Those are the places that end up sticking with you. And I think the league is doing a great job from top to bottom, moving in that direction. Now, some are doing it better than others. That will always be the case. But the idea around finding more completeness.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Paul against Beasley. Paul's shot is off.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Changing ends quickly, he's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That's his first foul. There's 14 seconds left here in the second. To the paint. Here's Johnson. Left side, Towns. There's Russell with the 3. Oh, to beat the clock. God, what a play!
That is fun to watch.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves holding on to an 8-point lead.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one. It was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota. Some good action during the period. That's all for now. Say goodbye.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Without question, Jarrett Culver displaying his skills today.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
So for Oklahoma City right now, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Paul, and it's Dort in at the small forward.
And you look at how Towns is so effective on offense, and it's because he really has the entire package for a big man. Back to the basket, facing up, playing outside or in, off the bounce or on the catch. This guy can do it all.
Here's Adams. Towns with the defensive effort.
I'll be honest, I thought there's no way that he's missing that close. That's a bunny. Give it up for the aggressive defense, Kevin.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And Greg, as you said, it's the skill level of Towns at his young age that is so incredible.
Very capable three-ball shooter, but he likes backing you down on the block as well. You step back and look at what he can do for a team, and there aren't really any holes in his game. And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Thunder have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. Both shots good from the stripe. Here's a garbage time question, Brent. Why do some teams leave their star players in the game even though the game has either been won or lost?
Forgetful coaches? I don't know if...
if you're leading by 35 points late in the game.
And the star player is still in the game. Somebody's made a mistake with regards to the rotations. Quite frankly, there's really no reason for guys to be out there at that time.
Yeah.
Early on in the season, there might be that the coach wants to start and play with certain guys, but as the season goes on, you just don't see that.
Beasley for 3. Dort grabs the miss. Thunder trailing by 9. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Gallinari. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
Sweet shot from Gallo. So many ways he can hurt you.
The pass to Hernan Gomez. 13 feet away. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And there's a whistle. That goes on Hernan Gomez. That is his first foul of the game. Robertson, he's checked in for the Thunder. Diallo comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gallinari kicks to Robertson. Back to Gallinari. Over in the corner, Paul. Just 5 to shoot. Adams. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's a Kogi, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely, and it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
And Gallinari kicks to Diallo. And he gets the whistle, 2, and it looks like, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
The putback, it's good on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. From 7, the rejection by Paul.
How about the lightning quick hands there? Chris Paul does a great job of just tracking that ball and then swatting it away.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Shoots from the baseline. Culver's shot is off.
Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Over Beasley. That one doesn't drop. So Minnesota will take it the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Johnson, the pass to Layman. Now here's Culver. He's covered by Noel. Culver's shot is off. Thunder trailing by 6. Diallo finds Robertson. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Yeah, this is not the team that we saw in the first quarter right now. Way more confident out there, and the cohesion of the team is impressive.
Yep, it counts. And that's 10 points for Jarrett Culver.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Pass to Robertson. Kicks it out to Paul. A 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Beasley right side. It's up a 3. Good on the triple. Beasley's got 5 points now this quarter.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
And so it's Minnesota in the driver's seat. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, they've got Beasley. Towns is out there with Johnson. Then it's Russell. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Schroeder. He gets it in there.
Nice use of the pick and roll from Schroeder there. Allows him to get an easy shot.
Minnesota leading by 8. Johnson at the elbow. And the rejection by Noel. Pass to Schroeder. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Muscala with the ball. Johnson on him. 4 on the shot clock. Misses off the left iron. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Hernan Gomez finds Beasley. There's Russell with the 3. Ferguson with the rebound. Thunder trailing by 8. From 12 feet out. And it's Schroeder missing. Timberwolves have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the 3rd quarter. To the middle. The kick out to Towns. From downtown. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. The Thunder shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. Pass to Noel. Inside. The dunk with a foul on top of it. So strong.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does great. Okogie's checked in for the Timberwolves. And that one misses.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Towns against Adams. From deep 3-point range. Towns, no luck. Thunder trailing by 6. To the left wing. Here's Schroeder. Kept alive. Adams goes back up. And the layup is up and in.
Adams just continuing to grind it out. Outstanding staying after that possession. And then he grabs a second chance deuce.
It's Russell with the drive. Here's Okogie. Adams defending to end the cold streak. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, easy call.
That's his first personal foul.
That free throw missing. A different look for Oklahoma City. Gallinari comes in for Muscala. And it's Paul in for Dennis Schroeder. He's off on the second. Thunder have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. And the basket is good. Now just a 2-point Minnesota lead.
Gilgeous-Alexander coming through big time.
Out to Russell. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
And it's really a tale of two quarters. Shot it so well in the last, but this one can't get anything to fall.
Now the pass to Paul. Now Adams. He's guarded by Russell. And Adams with the slam.
How about Steven Adams coming through? Give him a chance.
Minnesota's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Russell passes to Towns. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 4 assists now tonight.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by Oklahoma City.
Paul with the ball. Russell's there. Paul's shot is off. Minnesota in the lead. Here's Beasley. Count that one.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Here's Dort. Passes it to Adams. An easy 2 points on the layup. Adams has got 6 here in this quarter.
And all of a sudden, that great run makes this a ball game again. And now is no time to take your foot off the gas. They have got to stay aggressive.
Well, they stacked up everything to get to this point. Now they have to shift into overdrive.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Russell against Paul. From deep. It's in! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Chris Paul has drained plenty of huge shots in his career. Easy to see why he's so revered.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. And the Timberwolves with possession here. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Beasley dishes to Russell. Back to Beasley. Outside Russell. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul.
Man, it took forever for them to commit that foul. I don't know why they didn't do it right away. Those are precious seconds.
Eyes a 3 off the inbound. And it's Towns missing. Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 3. 3 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, what's your take?
And they need a 3 to tie. But look, they've got enough time here to find a good look. They can run a play off the inbound, make sure they get it in the hands of their best shooter.
And now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Karl-Anthony Towns.
And as you'd expect, he's done most of his damage in that low block. I mean, that was the game plan, to get it to him in the paint and just let him go to work. And boy, has...
So it's Minnesota taking...
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
This year was so much fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
From the plains of Oklahoma, welcome. Now it's ended down to
Well, guys, since
doing it all, DA, thanks. So the opening lineup for the Suns. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Bridges out there with Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the 5 down low. And for Oklahoma City, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in at the 3 slot. Now here's Paul. Passes it to Gilgeous-Alexander. A lot of opinions, Doris, on who may be named the coach of the year. When you look at the criteria for you when you're voting, what do you look at?
Well, obviously, you think about who has the best record. That's the first thing you look at. And what has contributed to that best record. But it isn't only about that, right? You have to consider, number one, what's the roster challenges that head coach may have had to overcome? Did he have to deal with any mid-season trades? There are so many things that go into making up a great year as a basketball coach in the NBA. So many things.
And he nails the third. Here is Rubio. On the wing, Booker. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Great positioning on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Rubio against Paul. And Adams kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Gallinari. Over Johnson. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Here's Ayton. The shot, no good. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Thunder. It's a 3-point game. And Gallinari throws it down.
The vision, the timelessness of Chris Paul's game for many years. He's made everyone around him better.
Now here's Ayton. He's been a go-to guy for them when they've needed offense. He's averaging 19 points a game. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Ball against Rubio. To the wing right side. Dort passes to Gallinari. Over Johnson. And again, Gallinari. Gallinari's got 6.
You know, outstanding start. You've made 3 of your first 4. Well, you look at the Suns going forward. They have got to believe a big part of the puzzle is DeAndre Ayton. This guy was the #1 overall pick in last year's draft.
Here's Paul, following the score by Phoenix. A fader. Booker pulls it in.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Doris Ayton, a terrific rebounder. He can score in the paint, and of course, he is still improving.
Yeah, what you like about DeAndre Ayton, Kev, is he doesn't just rely on his God-given talent. This guy knows he needs to be more consistent with the jumper, improve his overall defensive awareness, but this guy is willing to put in the work to become a complete and great NBA player.
The pass to Gallinari. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 8.
Oh, great ball movement there.
So for Phoenix, their last game a loss to the Trailblazers in Portland. Here's Rubio. And the Suns miss again. Here's Oklahoma City. They're on a 13-4 run right now.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Suns. They trail by 11. Well, these small forwards may not be the biggest players in the NBA, but they can still get up there. They're leading their position in block shots since the All-Star break. 5th best, Mikal Bridges.
And that's a group of perhaps the most well-rounded defenders in our league. Solid on the perimeter with the ability to block shots on the interior.
You know, that's a defensive combination you're sort of always looking for in wing players. Strong on the ground, strong in the air. There is no safe ground when one of them is on patrol.
For the finish, throws down the breakaway jam.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Ayton Puts the move on, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Don't let DeAndre Ayton get comfortable. This guy is a problem on the interior.
The Thunder leading by 11. Pass to Dort. Wide open look. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Suns have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Here's Booker. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
How about the ability to adjust and finish in different situations? Devin Booker, elite as a scorer.
Gallinari outside. The 15-footer. Oklahoma City keeps it going. A new shot clock of 14 seconds. Suns trail by 9. Johnson, that's for 2. Again, Phoenix.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
And stolen by Ayton. Booker in the corner. Lets it go with a 3. The offensive rebound.
What a fantastic offensive rebounder. Ayton's so good at using his physical advantages.
Passes it to Dort. Back to Paul. Fires for 3. That one's not going to go. Got it off in time. The shot, no good. Danilo Gallinari, he is feeling it tonight and has been... There's a great friendship between Melo, LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Paul. And
It's been a sort of long...
And you see that a lot nowadays. Star players developing friendships and GAs spending time with each other off the floor.
Yeah, some people hate it because they want that bad blood you used to see, but no reason you have to hate someone to really compete against them.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And for the Thunder guys, what stands out to you so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they, Greg? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
We've got Diallo. Noel is out there with Muscala. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. And it's Ferguson in at the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it. And Doris, hard to find many arenas that have a better home court advantage than Oklahoma City.
Greg, it is the only show in Oklahoma City, and this arena gets loud. The fans come out every game. There is no doubting this is one of the best arenas in the NBA.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Rebounded by Kaminsky.
You will have to finish harder than that if you want to convert in traffic.
To the inside, Jerome, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play. And the Thunder making a switch here. Robertson, he's checked in. Phoenix shooting their first free throw of the night here. And the free throw, no good. Of course, you graduated as your college's all-time assistant. Talk about some of the key traits of a great playmaker.
I think historically speaking, when we think about great lead guards, Kevin, we talk about unselfishness, vision, patience. Who are the players that make their teammates better? Though probably the one underrated aspect of a point guard to me, Kevin, is communication. Are you constantly looking for opportunities to communicate to your teammates, make them feel good about themselves, give them confidence? That, to me, is probably the most underrated aspect of it.
And Doris, when you played, you took such great pride in each and every one of those things.
I did. I love trying to make my teammates better. Feels great to make somebody feel good.
To the middle, out to Carter. Back to Baines. Shoots. Phoenix, no good that time either.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Pass to Noel. Not going to go that time. Now the Suns take it the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
Back to Robertson. And the pass to Ferguson. Over Sharch. That one off the back iron and out.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Here's Jerome. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Jerome's got 4 points this quarter.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Pass to Schroeder. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Robertson. From deep. The Thunder with another miss.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
You talk about bangers in the NBA, Doris, the Australian. Aaron Baines, rugged as they come.
Kev, he is the very definition of an energy guy. This man is a great defender. You get blindsided by one of his picks, you are going to feel it the next day.
Robertson, the pass to Noel. Robertson kicks to Noel. Poked away. Suns leading by 4. Here's Jerome. Off target from outside. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Here's Ferguson. Covered by Sharch. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Kaminsky in the corner. Carter outside. Sharch outside. Kicks it to Baines. Off target with the open look.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter under.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is for the Suns, the first quarter was pretty even. They did give up a couple baskets more than they wanted to, and at the end of the period, we're trailing by 5 points. And that's...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Gallinari, what a contribution.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Setting the floor for the Suns. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Bridges, and it's Ayton in at the 5 spot. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by the Suns.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
A nice shot by Booker.
Well, he can do this now. Booker is not just a spot-up shooter. Very good with the ball in his hands.
And the dunk by Booker.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
You know, possessions like that will help them feel good going into that final quarter.
You know, Greg, for the Thunder fans, hard to see their star power dwindle, but they got a lot in return.
Yeah, but the Thunder were capped out. Hadn't made it past the first round in 3 years. And in exchange for Paul George, they got one of the richest trade packages in league history.
Inside, and Ayton throws it down.
Well, just tremendous court recognition. DeAndre Ayton excelling in the pick and roll there.
Thunder trailing by 10. Paul dishes to Gallinari. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. That shot off. And the basket by Rubio. Rubio's got the lead up to 12 now for Phoenix.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Suns have gotten every shot that dropped since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor. To the paint. And it's Ayton missing.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City.
And made possible by a heads-up play defensively at the other end.
Suns leading by 6. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. A nice shot by Booker.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
And Paul puts up a deep 3. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
We are talking about a big-time offensive rebounder, and Steven Adams unafraid to impose his will with that frame.
And Ayton stays with it. Ayton's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
That's in, and the Suns' lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Chris Paul.
Huge bucket at the rim, and they cut into that lead. That's exactly where he likes to make his living.
Ayton in the corner. Back to Booker. Paul with the ball. Now guarded by Booker. Jumps up. Offensive rebound. Paul outside. Pass to Dort. Back to Paul. Another shot. And he gets the bucket. Paul's got 8.
You can see it. He's taking better shots, and the results are coming because of it.
And there's Bridges on the assist from Rubio. Rubio's got his 4th assist in this one. Thunder trailing by 6. And Paul puts up a deep 3. Out of bounds. It will go to the Suns. And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for Phoenix. On Saturday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Wednesday, they'll take on Karl-Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Here's Paul. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
So both teams making some changes here. Noel against Booker. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, there are very few scorers in the NBA who are as explosive as Devin Booker. Boy, when this guy finds his rhythm, he can take over a game from just about any part of the floor, and there's nothing the defense can do about it.
Muscala, he's checked in for the Thunder. Robertson comes in for Gallinari. And the Suns making a change here as well. Carter, he's checked in for Ricky Rubio. There's Diallo.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Thunder shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
No good on the second free throw. Suns leading by 7. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Well, that's the court awareness of Mr. Devin Booker. This guy increasingly becoming such a good passer.
And there's the pass to Diallo. He dishes it to Schroeder. And Robertson has it in the corner. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Phoenix Suns in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Right back after this break. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. Thunder trailing by 9. Diallo out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Noel. Then it's Mike Muscala, and it's Ferguson in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. And for the Suns, their shooting has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game. No good from Booker. The Thunder shooting well. They're at 45%. Down low. And the rejection by Noel.
This is a staple of his game. Nerlens Noel sends it back.
Oklahoma City on D. For 3, Booker. Offensive rebound. Kaminsky lets it go from deep. Devin Booker, and that's good. Booker's got the lead up to 12 now for the Suns.
You've got to have a short memory. Put a poor first half in your rear view and now make an impact.
Unloads from 13, and that one's good. Schroeder.
Well, a little bit of a comfort zone for Dennis Schroeder. He just needs just a touch of separation, and he's ready to fire.
Carter for 3. Ferguson with the rebound. And here now the Thunder. Schroeder, left side. Here's Noel. Diallo. It's good on the putback.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Doris, what's the best combination of inside-outside basketball you see offensively now?
Well, 2 guys really come to mind immediately for me. It's Joel Embiid and Anthony Davis, because both men can face up and knock down shots in a legitimate enough fashion that you've got to get out and contest those guys. But the other side of this is they can play in the post and be a legitimate back-to-the-basket force who you've got to guard with more than one guy. I mean, how exciting, Kevin, are Joel and AD to watch play?
They are thrilling, I would agree. Thunder trailing by 11. Schroeder outside. Pass to Ferguson. Shot clock at 6. Here's Muscala. Buries the long-range jumper. Muscala's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, coaches love seeing this from Dennis Schroeder. Recognize the situation, find the open teammate.
Near the three-point line, it's Booker. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Schroeder looking over the floor. Diallo the pass to Noel. Doesn't go for him. So Phoenix will take it the other way. Passes to Kaminsky. Over Noel. And the basket by Kaminsky. And now a 12-point Suns lead.
This guy is such a versatile big man. Dario Saric knows how to play the game. Pretty pass there.
Diallo kicks it over to Schroeder. 1:51 left in the fourth quarter. Suns leading by 12. There's Kaminsky. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. And then for Phoenix, Andre Ayton's checked in for Aaron Baines. Mikal Bridges comes in for Saric. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Carter. Here's Paul, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Well, we're now on the back end of what has been, Greg, an incredible career for Chris Paul. He's no longer the undisputed best point guard in the game, but still a top talent.
And Chris Paul might not be the best point guard, but any team would be happy to have him. His efficiency and playmaking aren't going away anytime soon, and even though he's never been an overly athletic player, that aspect of his game still is strong as ever. And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Phoenix.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And really, they finally got something good to happen against this team. The last 2 games they faced them weren't nearly as productive.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Devin Booker.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long. But the truth is, they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Hits the jumper in space. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Ayton in the high post. Adams on him. Bridges, no one around him. And the 3 off target. And it's Paul with the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Inside, and Adams with the slam.
Make no mistake, an intimidating 7-footer. Steven Adams gets the space he needs and finishes with ease.
Booker the pass to Rubio. Bridges for 3. The shot misses. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. body fluid and goaltend. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
The NBA 2K21 demo is out now, and in this episode, we're jumping right in. Plus, we look back at our best 2K TV moments of 2K20. And first looks at what's coming up in my team for 2K21.
And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You take a look at the Suns. It's been a rough season for them. The good news is the lottery is only a couple months away. And, of course, Minnesota. They find themselves in the dregs of the conference.
And I think for the Timberwolves, they've had such a disappointing season. Even when they've gotten a little bit of momentum, they haven't been able to keep it going.
And when you talk about inconsistency, I think a lot of it has to go to the players because ultimately they're the ones that dictate how they perform.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Malik Beasley out there with Russell. Then it's Karl-Anthony Towns. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4. And for Phoenix, Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Bridges in at the 3. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. And they're pushing it up. It's stolen by Johnson. With 3, Booker. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
Boy, you got to give a lot of credit to Josh Okogie. I mean, he was the 20th pick in the 2018 draft and really well ahead of the curve as a rookie, and even saw starter minutes later on in the season. That's a great get for them.
Here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
A towering presence on the offensive glass. Ayton uses his height well to keep possessions alive.
Russell kicks to Beasley. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Hernan Gomez got it. Good job in the low post. And meteoric rises not uncommon for Okogie.
Yeah, and Okogie's done a really nice job kind of turning the impression of him around because he wasn't highly touted in college. But I tell you what, he's proven to be an impact player because of how he can defend and shoot.
And stolen by Booker. The drive by Rubio. Good. And a nice assist from Booker.
And, you know, with all due respect, hey, that's a mistake by the defense. You want to close off the lane and force Rubio to shoot from outside.
Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play. So we'll see D'Angelo Russell go to the line here. Ricky Rubio picks one up. The Timberwolves shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
You know, early in his career, there were questions surrounding D'Angelo Russell's maturity, and understandably so. That's the case with most young players. But of late, in his case, his improvement as a player and his growth as a person is impressive.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
Risky pass there. They're lucky to retain possession this time.
Sharich has checked in for Johnson. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
I think he has to play more conservative from this point on. I mean, that's 2 fouls already.
And the Suns making a change here. Carter's checked in. Timberwolves also changing it up. Johnson comes in for Hernan Gomez. And Layman subbed in for Malik Beasley. And beginning his career with the Lakers, coaches wanted Russell to take a more serious approach.
Yeah, you know what? I think his last year there, losing the trust of his teammates, probably woke him up a bit. Sometimes you got to go through the adversity to recognize what you need to change. It's not enough to just put up numbers. You've got to be a professional in how you go about your business, and plenty to like about where D'Angelo Russell is and where he's headed.
Here's Sharich following the score by James Johnson. Bridges, great positioning on the putback.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance bucket. They can make a big difference.
It's stolen by Carter. Here's Booker. And stolen by Russell. And now the Timberwolves on the break. With the putback. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Here's Towns, out to Russell. Fires the 3. No good, shot missing. Good work defensively by Carter. On the wing, Booker. And he lays it straight in. Booker's got his second bucket of the night.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's Layman. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. 6 to shoot. Towns, high post. Sharich is there. That one goes in.
Well, I like that sweet-looking shooting stroke that Towns has. So polished and efficient. His mid-range J on the money.
For Minnesota, they've gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. And it's Russell missing.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
At the elbow, it's Saric. Here's Lehman, defended by Booker. And then Johnson with the dunk.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Unless you're the team getting punched on. That would be the difference.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Timberwolves lead by 4. And we'll be back in just a moment.
You know, everyone has to get some of the shit.
Well, when you're attracting, Greg, all that defensive attention, it creates opportunities for your teammates.
And Towns wants to win big. To do that, though, it's not enough to get numbers. You've got to make your teammates better as well.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And guys, what's your take so far on the Timberwolves?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. Lehman is out there with James Johnson. Then it's Culver, and it's Reed in at the center position. And the Suns making a change here. Rubio's checked in. Minnesota also making some changes. Juan Hernangomez, he's checked in for Johnson. And it's Malik Beasley in for Jake Lehman. Rubio against Beasley. Rubio the pass to Baines. Misses the layup.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over. And you think about the two best talents in Wolves history, KG, obviously, and probably Big Cat.
I would not disagree. I mean, KG is a Hall of Famer. The Cat, Karl-Anthony Towns, has been terrific early in his career. The rebounding and scoring, the versatility at that size between those two guys. Well, it could have possibly been like the Admiral and Tim Duncan. Well, maybe not quite that good, but really good.
Rubio misses.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Culver's shot is off.
Boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity, gone awry.
Here's Baines. It's deflected. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. And that one is good by Beasley.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Jerome passes to Rubio. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Rubio's got his second basket of the night.
On the finishing end of the catch and shoot, Rubio trying to become a better all-around scorer.
Beasley outside. No good on the three. So it's Rubio bringing it up for Phoenix. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Russell, he's checked in for Culver. Mark, there are a lot of great playmakers in this NBA that sometimes we don't talk about or under the radar.
Yeah, there are. Again, there's so many outstanding players in a league of 30 teams, but you know, Drew Holiday has been outstanding as a big playmaking guard, as good scoring the ball as he is playmaking. Draymond Green, not a guard, but makes decisions and passes the ball like a high-level guard and is extremely valuable in that Warriors attack. Those two guys are a little bit undervalued for their ability to make their teammates better.
Good point. For Minnesota, they have gone 1 of 3 at the line here.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
Yeah, it's been a very frustrating season for them in that regard, guys.
Bridges passes to Saric. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Makes it off the glass.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Shots good by Hernangomez.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Rubio outside. Pass to Kaminsky. Charge in the corner. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Floats it up for Beasley. Knocks it loose. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Beasley.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
So for the Suns, Ayton comes in for Frank Kaminsky, and it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. The pass to Bridges. Phoenix, no good that time either. Minnesota in the lead. Break for the Phoenix Suns with a franchise-high 9-year playoff drought. There is pressure on this team to find their way out of that long rebuild.
And their moves on draft night, they raised some eyebrows. They've got some young talent, but can new coach Monty Williams turn them into a winner? Long-suffering Suns fans certainly hope so.
Karl-Anthony Towns checked in for the Timberwolves. And here's the fast break. Bridges kicks to Carter. The dish now to Sharge. Suns moving the ball around. Bridges inside the three-point line. And he hits the jump shot. Bridges has got the lead up to 3 now for the Suns. For Minnesota, they've gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. And they pick up 2. Hernan Gomez has got 6 in the quarter.
No surprise there. I mean, realizing he has the size advantage, he exploits it perfectly.
That's good from Booker on the assist by Ayton. And the Suns lead by 3. Russell feeling it out a bit. Scores for only the second time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Booker left side. Now Hernan Gomez. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Rockets in Houston.
And how about the job he did rebounding as well, guys? I mean, just a dominant performance on the glass.
For 3, Booker. That shot off. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been... Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. It was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota. At the end of the period, they helped. That's all for now.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Kind of like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Bridges out there with Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the 5 spot. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Here's Booker, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Booker's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
Beasley right side. Here's Hernan Gomez. Over to the wing. And another shot. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And, you know, even though in today's game floor spacing is all the rage, the last 5 years the Wolves attempted the fewest threes in the league. And when they did shoot them, they didn't make very many of them.
And on top of their troubles from range, the Wolves have also had trouble on the defensive glass.
Yeah, and if you can't rebound and you're not shooting it well, you've got to figure out who you're going to be. Your identity is in question. That's what the Wolves are trying to figure out. Who are we? What do we do well? How do we win? How do we succeed? To get to the next level, they've got to answer that question.
Beasley, the pass to Towns. Back to Beasley. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. 11 points for Beasley.
I guess Towns got a little bit of point guard in him. The big fella with a beautiful dime right there.
Here's Baines. Shoots over Towns. The putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Johnson's got his second basket of the game.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
And great instincts, too, guys, anticipating where the miss was going.
Bridges passes to Baines. Beasley against Booker. The tray. Excellent D there from Beasley.
He had a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get uncorked here.
Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. For three, Bridges. Knocked away. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Saric.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
And Beasley, here we go. Passes it to Culver. Pulls it from 20. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
Good on the bucket.
I'll tell you, Culver has an array of moves once he gets into the paint.
And, you know, the Timberwolves made Karl-Anthony Towns their franchise cornerstone going forward. Cat signed a 5-year deal worth $190 million, and really it's not even a question. He's the present and future of this team. And a good call. Towns, one of the best in the league with the catch and flush.
Rubio dishes to Booker. Again, the miss by Booker.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And with Towns in his extension, Clark, it would have been hard to imagine the Timberwolves doing anything different.
Yeah, you know, I think it's really rare to find a player so complete at this young age as Towns is. I mean, the production he gives you with his scoring and rebounding is really irreplaceable. You know, he's got to be exasperated right now, fellas. I mean, playing excellent ball, but they're still losing.
Here's what the Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Friday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the Oklahoma City Thunder. And then on Saturday, they'll be playing against LaMarcus Aldridge and the San Antonio Spurs.
And looking at the Blazers matchup, they'll need to be at their best for this contest. Anything short of excellence, and they'll be in for a rough ride.
Here's Booker. And he makes the bucket, gets the... And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
To the left side wing. Kaminsky kicks to Carter. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. And here's Booker from the arc. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Stolen by Carter. A shot by Kaminsky. Nobody around. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Timberwolves leading by 5. Out to the right wing. Fires the three. And no good. It'll count. That shot is off. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Timberwolves lead by 5. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. So on the floor for Minnesota, they've got Lehman, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the four-man position. Pass to Reed. Buries it down low. Reed's got the lead up to 7 now for Minnesota.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Outside Carter. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Hernan Gomez has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's a Kogi, and it's blocked.
Tremendous at anticipating when shots are going up. Ayton is outstanding at protecting the rim.
And he recovers it. 5 on the clock. A Kogi inside the three-point line. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. Pass to Carter. Saric against Hernan Gomez. The shot by Saric, no good.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Carter kicks to Saric. Out to the right wing. Here's Jerome. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Yeah, great concentration there, Greg. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish.
Oh, the power on that throwdown.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Russell inside. Charges there. Outside Russell. And another three for Minnesota.
You know, you look at Russell and the green light is always on from there for him. And he shoots it with confidence.
At the elbow with Saric. Hernan Gomez against Bridges. Here's Jerome. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And this is why you got to put a body on Ayton. When you don't, he torches you with the putback.
And there's the pass to Okogie. Here's Reed to the right side. Russell from long range. Rebound by the Suns. Ayton's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Jerome. And Saric kicks to Bridges. And Ayton throws it down.
And it's the way Ayton uses his body inside. It's what allows him to get so close to the basket.
Russell passes to Okogie. That's tipped. Rubio outside. Bridges kicks to Ayton. It's rebounded by Towns.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Lehman pass to Johnson. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Timberwolves.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Couple that with just how well they've shot it from beyond, and they've made this thing look easy.
Suns trail by 8. Rubio with it. To the middle. Shoots from 8. Here's Ayton. Johnson with the block. And they're able to recover. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for the Timberwolves. Layman pass to Towns. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Russell kicks to Layman. Shot clock at 5. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Fires from the wing. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And here is Bridges. Back to Ayton. Booker outside. He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 7. Both free throws good from Booker. And stolen by Payne. Here's Booker. Let's go. Can't nail the jumper. And so the Timberwolves take the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, I sense...
unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending.
Welcome to a special edition of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait, you can get early access to the NBA 2K21 demo right now. Here's how you get started.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Beasley.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Beasley is out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then there's Towns, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4 slot. And for Oklahoma City, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. And it's Dort in at the 3 slot. Adams' shot is good. Brent, talk about the length of the season. Commissioner Silver is also considering proposals to shrink the season. What do you think?
I think it'd be interesting, and I'm not sure financially how the league goes back from an 82-game season and ticket sales and revenue and television and how they kind of unwind what it is they've agreed to. But 70 games to me in terms of the competition, Kevin, in terms of the elevated play of the star players on a nightly basis, the fact that you probably get stars to appear in every game and not be sat out for load management and things like that, I think overall it'd be pretty healthy.
Here's Paul after the basket by Minnesota. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's off from 3-point range. Timberwolves have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Here's Towns. And a miss there on the triple.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
Ball left side. Towns with the steal. And now Minnesota on the fast break.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
The defense producing easy looks. It just helps you conserve some energy for late in the game.
And the rejection by Towns.
And his foot movement is what makes Towns such a terrific shot blocker. He moves so well and can defend just about any position on the floor.
Now, here is Russell. He's coming off a 28-point game against Houston.
And also in that one, he had the opposition on pins and needles on the defensive end of the floor, recording 4 steals that night on his way to an overall stellar game.
Being a lottery pick often comes with high expectations, but Russell has shaped into a quality NBA player.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Adams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Towns with the defensive effort.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Here's Okogie. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. A 3-pointer is right on target. Russell's got 5.
Hitting 3-pointers, so important in today's NBA. Good thing Russell's got the range and confidence to do so. And every season, the Thunder continue to be one of the more dominating teams on the glass.
Just wonder how much Steven Adams has been the catalyst for that kind of mentality. We know that offensively he's always in there to grab rebounds, but it's part of what they know is important in any possession is collecting the ball.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it after the basket by Minnesota. And Adams kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. That one's good from the corner.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let-up, GA. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
And I like Russell's ability to create for others. He does what's best for the team.
Ball against Russell. With the floater. The shot by Paul, no good. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That is his first foul of the game. James Johnson's checked in for Juan Hernangomez. Takes the three. And D'Angelo Russell, good for three. Russell's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Timberwolves. Thunder trailing by 10. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Towns against Noel. Rebound, Minnesota. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, they couldn't do it in that one. Always a step slow in closing out the shooters and maybe even recognition of who was on the floor. Just not enough energy, and that's a tough way to win on the road.
No good from Beasley. Oklahoma City's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Shooter kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot, high post. It doesn't go for him.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Schroeder. Gallinari, and it's Gallinari on the follow.
Well, hustle from Gallo there. Remember, at 6'10", he can do that. Makes the right call by going back in and finding possession there.
And so it's Minnesota with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency.
Toughest position in the NBA night.
And CP3, one of the most competitive players in the game.
It's an obsession with him, and you can see how hard he gets after it every time he takes the court.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Yeah, defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Muscala is out there with Ferguson. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. And there's Nerlens Noel. And it's Diallo in at the two-guard position. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second. Stolen. Sinks that one from the post. Timberwolves leading by 6.
In the first few seasons in the NBA, not an easy time for Terrence Ferguson. Young wings have their ups and downs, but the franchise still very much believes in his talent.
It's good on the putback.
Just a nice job of sniffing one out right there. Would love to see Johnson try to get a few more of those freebies.
Here's Muscala. That three off the mark. And with Ferguson, the fans can be hard on him. They're expecting more. But, Greg, it's going to take time for him.
You know, Ferguson has already made big strides with his defense. The shot and consistency will come, but the fans will have to be patient with him.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Steven Adams comes in for Mike Muscala. And it's Robertson in for Diallo. Evans, he's checked in for Minnesota. Here's Schroeder. Oklahoma City the rebound, and Adams with the slam.
Adams just continuing to grind it out, outstanding staying after that possession, and then he grabs a second chance deuce.
And that one misses from Lehman.
He's so good at getting to the rim, maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Ferguson misses.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot off.
It's deflected. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Evans. And a look now at the Thunder's upcoming schedule. On Sunday, they'll take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards. And then on Tuesday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And with the way they've been able to march right along in this season lately, I think they should be able to keep things going in this next stretch. Just come out with the same energy and discipline, and you should have some more.
Ferguson for three, sinks the three-pointer. Ferguson's got his first 3 points of the game. Brent, certain players make everyone around them better. Talk about some of those guys who will do that at the very highest level.
The interesting thing about today's game, Kevin, is it's not always the point guard position. I think in the past we thought two ways. The point guard, who has the ball in his hands, finding guys for them to make shots. And then through the 80s and 90s, it was low post players who were getting double teams and initiating some offense from them. Nowadays, it's a lot of wing guys, and it's guys like Kawhi Leonard, it's guys like LeBron James, Kevin Durant, throw Draymond Green in there with his ability to pass the ball, Jokic in there with his ability to pass the ball. It's all happening around the three-point line and getting into the gap. So they look a little bit different, the initiators, in today's game.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
To the paint. Schroeder kicks to Robertson. Pass to Noel. From 12 feet out. Here's Adams, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Adams has got 4 points this quarter.
Well, a combination of muscle and some focus right there allows Steven Adams to collect another bucket.
Evans attacking, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Minnesota shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. So both teams changing it up here. And both free throws good for Evans.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
To the inside. Pass to Dort. There's 49 seconds left in the second quarter. That's a two from Paul. No good there. And Minnesota now the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Last time they met was in Minnesota.
And their last time against this club, they really fell short at the free throw line. And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Evans, up and in on the layup. Now it's a 7-point Minnesota lead.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
Dort passes to Gallinari. It's good. Gallinari's got his second bucket.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
And it's Russell missing.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled to guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
So that'll be it for the first half. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. NBA on Tuesday. Minnesota came out looking very confident, amped up and ready off the tip. And that.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at D'Angelo Russell. What a contribution.
Yeah, and through the first two quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Checking out the group now for Ryan Saunders to start the second half. We've got Culver, D'Angelo Russell out there with Beasley. Then there's Towns, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the power forward.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players, Kevin, playing today can do.
Here's Dort, defended by Towns. Dort misses.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Here's Towns, and again it's Minnesota.
an impressive all-around player. Culver passes the ball well for a guy at that position.
Paul looking around. No good on the triple.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Here's Dort. Banked in off the glass. Dort's got his first basket.
Well, there it is. 0 of 3 to start the half, and finally something finds its way through the net.
Russell passes to Towns. Hernan Gomez trying to break free. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Russell. Russell's got 3 assists tonight. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Bank shot, no good.
1 of 5 here, Kevin, to start the half. Their offense looks like it's shrinking right now.
And Towns throws it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
Gilgeous-Alexander up there, so dynamic as a finisher.
Down low, out to Russell. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times. Well, that's a guy out there in Steven Adams that you just have to pay attention to. Every night he's going to bang around the opposing big guys and be a threat around the rim to score and pick up offensive rebounds.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And with Adams on the offensive glass, he is impossible to move.
Well, that's a big reason why a couple years ago, Kevin, he grabbed more offensive rebounds than defensive rebounds. So you know he's going to live in the paint.
And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Okogie's checked in for Minnesota. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He's up against Beasley. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Gallinari. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Hernan Gomez has got 7 rebounds in the game. There's the lob to Towns. It's stolen by Muscala. Here's Gallinari. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. Gallinari's got 6.
Gallinari's so hard to guard from the mid-range area because of his quick first step to the hoop, but you can't play too far off him or he'll do just that, burn you with the J.
Here's Towns. Gallinari with the rebound. Under trailing by 14. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Gilgeous-Alexander able to get into the seam and the crack quite quickly and push pressure on the defense.
Nerlens Noel checks in for the Thunder. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Chris Paul. Well, when Danilo Gallinari came into the NBA, Brent, he was just a catch-and-shoot type player. But he's so much more than that now.
Well, I think with the way the league has changed with the three-point shot and Gallinari's ability to do that, he's gotten a lot smarter about picking his spots when the pump fake can drive in and draw some contact.
And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. And finished off by Hernan Gomez.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Out to the right wing. Noel passes to Muscala. Lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. And stolen by Diallo. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the layup is good. He's got 10.
Gilgeous-Alexander becoming more and more comfortable where he can score on the floor.
Here's Hernan Gomez. Back to Russell. Here's Okogie. Over to the wing. from outside the arc, and D'Angelo Russell with the three. Russell's got 11 points.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle. You can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Noel is out there with Muscala. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Diallo in at the 2 guard. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Schroeder looking around, takes a 3. Rebound by Okogie. Timberwolves leading by 19 points. There's the lob to the hoop. Especially in the playoffs, Brent, so much can change when a player gets into foul trouble. You see the league ever modifying that foul out rule?
I know that they do that in the summer league where you can stay on the court for 10 fouls as elimination, but it's a technical every time. I don't see the league doing that. I think it's good for the game so that star players or meaningful players, ones that play specifically on defense, they have to have responsibility for what it is that they're doing on the floor. And if they're overly aggressive, you should be penalized for playing that way.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And there's the call on Jake Layman. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Thunder making a switch here. Robertson, he's checked in. Brent, a lot of teams will be paying that luxury tax, and that is a tough thing for a lot of owners to swallow. Is this the best method to deter teams from going over the cap, overspending, and outspending smaller markets?
You're hitting the nail on the head, Kevin, because there are some teams, as much as you said it's tough for some teams to swallow, there are other teams that never see that pill.
Right.
And they're willing to go as far as they need to go in order to put a championship team on the floor. It seems to be working, but the question you have for me, was it a deterrent right now? I don't know if it's as significant as it needs to be. We know the repeater tax certainly hurts some teams, but there are still teams that are willing to spend, Kevin. That's really tough on small market teams who want to avoid that at all costs.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
It's tipped and stolen by Robertson. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. And that one's good. Schroeder.
Capitalizing on the error, grinding out points. You gotta love it.
That's why you can't afford to just turn it over to him, because he's going to do stuff like that to make you pay just right down the throat.
Here's Reed, and he jams it with authority.
I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
And it's Schroeder missing. Timberwolves leading by 23. To the paint. It's tipped and stolen by Noel. Schroeder dishes to Robertson. No good on the shot. The Timberwolves have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Deflects the pass. Here's Ferguson. There's the pass to Muscala. Schroeder, right side. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. 5 to shoot. Muscala, the pass to Ferguson. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Minnesota's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Timberwolves.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And really, after losing all 3 games to this point in the matchup, guys, they have to be happy to get a win here.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Karl-Anthony Towns.
just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. 6 to shoot. Here's Evans. Thunder with the rebound.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough. Of all the action happening there, Kevin, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Adams, he's checked in for Muscala. Passes it to Vanderbilt. Evans, left side, to the middle. Noel. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Here's Oklahoma City. 20 seconds left in the game. Here's Robertson. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Launches it. Can't get it to fall. So it's Minnesota winning this one easily to come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. puck pickups, upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending.
Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and play 1 test game for each one. In the NBA 2K21 demo,
Phoenix, Arizona.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, everybody, coming.
And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Sharch.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. And it's Dort in at the 3. And for the Suns, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Bridges. And it's Ayton in at the 5 down low. Of course, the playoff seedings still jumbled a bit in the air. Just how important you think it is to get home court advantage in the NBA playoffs in this era.
Historically speaking, Kevin, as you know, home court advantage is absolutely monumental, and it doesn't matter the round of the playoffs. It could be a conference semifinal or an NBA final. If you come down to a Game 7, that home court advantage can be the difference between winning and losing. You want as much in your favor, Kevin, as you know, going into the postseason.
Johnson over to help. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession. Phoenix has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Inside, here's Ayton, and he uses the glass on the layup.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
To the inside, and stolen by Ayton. Here's Booker. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson. And it's 8 points for Devin Booker.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end, Greg. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Now here's Paul. He's coming off a 28-point game against Utah. Just 5 on the clock. The pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. That one's off, still out of sync. Suns have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. No good from Booker. The Looking at the Suns, they want to turn it around after the loss to Portland.
Yeah, I mean, hard time shooting the rock in that one, but they also didn't give themselves the best looks.
I think, Greg, even when you get quality looks, there was an inability to stay consistent. It is hard to win on a cold shooting night in today's NBA. The scoring is just too good.
Al Paul, after Mikal Bridges missing on that last three-pointer. For the three, and it's Paul missing.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
And the Suns making a change here. Sharge is checked in, and Oklahoma City with a change here too. Noel's checked in. Now here's Rubio. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland. For three, up again, Sharge on the follow.
That's what you call getting to the right spot at the right time. Tremendous awareness from Dario Saric.
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Paul with the three. The Thunder get it back in a new 14. And Noel throws it down.
We're talking about a guy who's got incredible length. Nerlens Noel doing work on the glass.
Booker dishes to Ayton. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Suns. Now, as we come down the stretch this season, these are the big men having the most success from the floor since the All-Star break. With his Steven Adams.
And most of the guys on that list have that unique combination of power and finesse. I mean, a very physical presence with an equally soft touch.
And all with an outstanding work ethic as well. Constant effort and motion. Always doing whatever they can to get the best possible position and the ultra-high percentage shot.
And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Mike Kaminsky, he's checked in for the Suns. Under trailing by 13.
I think the player most closely identified with the Phoenix Suns the last 3 years, obviously Devin Booker. You know, here's a guy who averaged well over 20 points. He can beat you with the pass as well. He's the piece that gives this team great hope for the future.
So he picks up just one from the line that time. And what's astounding, even with Booker, the Suns have been last, of course, in three-point accuracy 2 straight seasons.
Yeah, and I think that speaks, Kev, to the roster construction. You need floor spacing to win games, and it can't be from just one guy. This franchise knows that. They just haven't been able to yet solve the problem.
Here's Noel. He feeds it to Muscala. Clock is at 3. Tries yet again. And Noel lays it up and in. Noel's got his second bucket of the night.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D-thinking jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
Here's Baines. It's deflected. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Got that bucket in no time at all.
Wow, look at the way the big man Noel set up his guys, puts the pass in the perfect position, easy shot.
Carter, the pass to Jerome. Back to Carter. Charity stripe shot. Rebound by Muscala.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Here's Baines. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double. Chris Paul, an elite defensive player, a student of the game.
The steals thing is...
Well, you hear about the importance of watching film, Greg. It reveals itself in many ways.
And learning guys' habits. What they like to do gives him a knack for when to go after steals without hurting his team.
And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And from what we've seen, guys, from the Suns, what are you thinking so far?
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Offensively, they took care of the ball. And defensively, they forced a number of miscues.
We've got Carter. Aaron Baines out there with Frank Kaminsky. Then it's Dario Saric, and it's Jerome in at the 1. So that's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter. Now, here's Robertson. It's stolen by Kaminsky. Carter outside, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And here we can check out the story on Dario Saric. Some nice work from him over the last 10 games. 8th in three-point field goal percentage. And with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands, and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And back to his efficiency from 3, as you said, he's top 10 in the league. Defenses are now trying to deny him the basketball, but really to no avail. Here's Jerome, following the score by Oklahoma City. Baines, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Now, here's Schroeder. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Utah.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
No good from Booker.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And Doris, even though Schroeder changed roles when he was traded from Atlanta to the Thunder, he has embraced his new team.
A lot of people wondered, would Schroeder be willing to go to the bench and accept that role? He proved he was more than capable. And no longer having to act as a leader on a team, I think for Schroeder, he just enjoys going out and competing on a team with high aspirations. It's been a good fit.
And the lead is down inside single digits.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Now here's Booker, defended by Robertson. Baines, second chance shot, he lays it in.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And here now the Thunder. The Suns getting the bucket. Muscala misses. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played, and the dunk by Booker.
I'll tell you, let that guy get a head of steam. Booker can finish at the rim with surprising power.
Thunder trailing by 13. Robertson kicks it over to Schroeder. Good on the shot. Schroeder's got 4 points in the quarter.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Here's Jerome. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Dort passes to Noel. And that one, good. Noel's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Thunder.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
The drive by Booker, and it's blocked.
The defense from Andre Robertson is nothing short of sensational.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. And here's Booker from the arc. The shot, no good. So the Thunder will take it the other way. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Now here's Booker. 29 points for him last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around, just his effort level was off the charts.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. Gallinari wide open. Again, the Thunder score.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Shoots it up. And the basket by Rubio.
I tell you, the move, the fake, that's big time by Rubio.
And it's Paul with the ball for Oklahoma City. 9-point game. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Goes up on the wing. That one wide left. Suns have gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Ball against Booker. Over Paul. No good from Booker. Diallo inside. Good if it goes. And so it's the Phoenix Suns ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And they've done a
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one. Devin Booker had it going on in the first quarter. He had 12 points and 1 rebound. Let's hear from you, Shaq.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You gotta like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So for Oklahoma City right now, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Dort in at the small forward.
Well, the Thunder begin on the defensive end of the floor. This is a team whose formula is to force a ton of turnovers, come up with steals, get out in transition. Last year, 4th in the league in defensive rating.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Booker. Thunder with the rebound.
And that's where you want to make the next pass. This guy is a good scorer, but the defense was right on him.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks the ball. Oklahoma City moving it around. Gallinari against Johnson. Shoots from the elbow. That one rolling around and rims out. And for the Thunder defense, Doris, it starts with their rebound.
Well, you have to begin with their strong interior defense. That lets their wings get out in pressure and take some chances. Defense has turned into a pillar for this team.
Paul for 3, and he's good on the 3 ball. Paul's got 5 points so far.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays. Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Thunder trailing by 12. Pass to Gallinari. Pass to Dort. Back to Gallinari. Shot clock at 6. From deep 3-point range, Rubio with the rebound. Suns leading by 12. For 3, Booker. They get a bet. Ayton, the pass to Booker. Rubio left side. This one for 3. No good from Booker.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Doris, what has impressed me about Booker is that he's put up great numbers despite not having a lot of franchise stability at the start of his career.
No doubt, Kevin. For Devin Booker, his first 4 seasons, he had 4 different head coaches. That doesn't even start to touch the roster turnover he's dealt with. Through everything he's faced, he has produced on the offensive end. You love this guy's upside.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for 8. Charge comes in for Johnson. And it's Carter in for Devin Booker.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Schroeder against Rubio. Passes it to Ferguson. Back to Schroeder. Stolen by Rubio. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. Finished off the break. And the Suns lead by 13.
Boy, terrific hands in anticipation. Rubio kick-starts the break.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And it's Schroeder missing.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
And the pass to Dort. And here is Noel, defended by Bridges. Rubio against Schroeder. Shoots over Rubio. The Thunder with another miss. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 in the game.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
To the middle, here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Boy, that's the vision and ability to deliver precise passes. Rubio completely on point.
Pass to Dort. Shot to stop the run. Got a piece of it. Shot and game clock separated by 5. No coverage that time. And that's 13 points for Ricky Rubio.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Pass to Schroeder. Launches a 3. Gets a hand on it. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Noel's got 8 points. Carter outside. Here's Sharch. Here's Baines. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Phoenix taking a 19-point lead into the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very... And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Bridges and Sharch make up the forwards. Carter out there with Ricky Rubio, and it's Kaminsky in at the center, locking down the middle. That's who's out there for Phoenix. A slam dunk by Diallo.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And it's Carter missing. Thunder trailing by 17. Gallinari left side. It's interesting, Doris, to see how these NBA players that come into the league looking one way physically and they leave looking another way, they change their bodies over the course of their career.
Kevin, you talked about this earlier. These players commit to their season over the course of 365 days. Virtually no offseason. Think about the reigning MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo, who adds 50 pounds of muscle from the time he enters the NBA. Or the other side of the equation, right? A Yusuf Nurkic or a Marc Gasol who drop weight, Kevin, to enhance their quickness and their stamina. These guys are so committed.
They are. A second chance effort. And the Suns miss again.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Passes to Kaminsky. Down low. Here's Sharch. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. And the Suns lead by 15. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Here's Schroeder from beyond the arc, and then some.
Boy, not sure they want Schroeder taking that shot, but you can't argue with the result. That will give him some confidence from distance.
And slam dunk by Sharch.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike. The drive by Schroeder. Dishes it to Muscala. Kicks it out to Schroeder. 3-pointer. Rebounded by Kaminsky. Kaminsky's got 4 rebounds in this game.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up. I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Nobody near Schroeder. Offensive rebound. Gallinari. And the layup's good off the glass.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Now the pass to Diallo. Rebounded by Kaminsky. Kaminsky's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Bridges for 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. And Gallinari kicks to Diallo. Fires from deep. That shot is off, coming up empty for the second time this game. 4 for 6. Here's Carter. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
Phoenix making some changes. DeAndre Ayton comes in for Kaminsky. And it's Devin Booker in for Ricky Rubio. Thunder trailing by 17. Pass to Dort. Back to Paul. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Here's Adams. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Phoenix has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Suns.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks, and it also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
And they made the defense adjust, but they just couldn't come up with an answer.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And really, they finally got something good to happen against this team. The last 2 games they faced them weren't nearly as productive.
And when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Ricky Rubio.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
The shot's good from Paul.
And Paul has a beautiful stroke from deep. A gifted shooter who drains perimeter shots with consistency.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. But they get it back. A putback, Saric on the follow. And the Suns lead by 18.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. No good from outside. It's stolen by Adams, and so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
I can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my player started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was gonna talk about the Lakers, but then you bring up that argument, and I really don't have anything to say about it.
Coming right up, the Timberwolves taking on the Sun. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Ayton.
There's been a drop-off in the rebounding numbers. He seems to be getting out-muscled on the glass in a way we didn't see earlier in the season. His last 10 games, the totals have taken a huge hit.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Ayton. And it's Bridges in at the 3 spot. And for the Timberwolves, we've got Russell. Also Malik Beasley out there. And it's Towns in at the 5.
And the young Timberwolves head coach, Ryan Saunders, son of former Minnesota coach Flip Saunders, about as great of a pedigree you could ask for as a young coach.
Well, guys, you've heard me talk about the DNA when it relates to players. It's the same with coaches. I mean, Ryan has grown up seeing his dad coach at a high level, the late Flip Saunders, one of our favorites in the business. He spent his whole life around basketball, so he has a great way with players and a real good understanding of the game, to a modern-day approach for a young coach.
Russell finds Towns. It's good.
Towns attacks the basket with such a ferocity and never give up attitude. I love that about him, guys.
And here's Booker from the arc. No good that time. And Minnesota now the other way. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. Much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm. Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you got to push it and push it every time.
Phoenix, no good that time either.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Here's Towns. Sinks the triple. Towns has got 7 points in the game.
And how about the start they've gotten off to? They haven't missed once.
Booker outside. That one falls, coming off the Johnson feed.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play. And one thing the Wolves have done well over the past few seasons, taking care of the ball.
Yeah, you know, they squeeze it well. Low turnovers can be a double-edged sword, though. If you don't make many mistakes, maybe you're not being aggressive enough.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Ayton finds Booker. Hits the three-point bomb. He's got 5.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Russell passes to Towns. Back to Russell. To the paint. And Towns, the bucket on the assist by Russell.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's Ayton. It's hauled in by Karl-Anthony Towns. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 7-point differential.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Phoenix has gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from 3-point range so far in the first. Rubio dishes to Bridges. Down low. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. And now Minnesota on the fast break. The shot missing. Suns trail by 10. For 3, Booker, he scores the basket. That's field goal number 3 for him.
And right there, Rubio doing what he does. Seeing the floor, exploring the defense, finding the open man, and getting him the ball.
Here's Okogie. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And he overshot that one, missing. Phoenix has gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. Here's Booker, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of thing.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
And one look at the box score will confirm that. Yeah, guys, I mean, he's been a very steady hand for them when it comes to his free throw shooting.
Jerome, good.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Passes it to Reed. Noel, defended by Carter. Pass to Reed. And he dunks it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
It's been all about Karl-Anthony Towns for Minnesota. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with them. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we're watching with the Timberwolves, guys.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
They've got Layman. He's out there with James Johnson, and it's Culver in at the 1 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Clark, a lot of coaches like to run their offense through centers. Any names you can think of who you'd be comfortable running your offense through at that position?
Well, just because I've watched him and loved his game since locking into him on Jokic. Man, can he pass it. He can shoot it. He can score it inside. He's got such excellent hands and touch. He's at the top of the list. DeMarcus Cousins, big guy that can shoot it and pass it as well. And Marcus Hall is also in that list.
You'd feel comfortable with any of those guys holding the ball, distributing the ball, wouldn't you?
No doubt.
Pass to Reed. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Outstanding execution. Good job working the ball inside.
Carter outside. It's picked off. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
The pass to Jerome. Fires from 14, and the jumper falls for him. Jerome's got his second bucket tonight.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Pass to Layman. Stolen by Carter. And here we go. Saric, the fast break chance. Oh, that's blocked.
And great positioning there from Culver. That's what allowed him to get the block.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Baines passes to Jerome. Unloads. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. They've led by as much as 10. They'll be off to Oklahoma City for a meeting with the Thunder after this one. That sets off a 5-game tour for them. And it's Carter missing.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
And that one drops for him.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Timberwolves?
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Baines takes the 12-footer and hits.
Well, he doesn't waste too many of those chances close to the basket.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Culver passes to Lehman. Lets it go from 11 and misses it off the right side of the rim. Suns trail by 10. Sharch finds Carter. Back to Sharch. Three-pointer. That one doesn't go. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Timberwolves passing it around. 1:32 left in the first half of basketball. Noel offline with his 3. Suns have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Here's Sharch. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And, you know, really, Sharic's skills are tailor-made for today's NBA. He's a big guy who does a little bit of everything at both ends, and he's a laser from that three-point line.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Towns kicks to Hernan Gomez. Pass to Beasley. Shot clock at 5. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix, trailing here by 8. Now, here's Bridges. Defense right on him. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. For Phoenix, they've made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Yeah, guys, they can feel very good about themselves when you bring up those statistics. Impressive numbers.
Johnson, he's checked in for Dario Saric. Timberwolves leading by 6. Right wing. Okogie inside the three-point line. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot. Ayton with it. He's picked up by Russell. And Ayton throws it down.
And this is what you love about Ayton. Highly skilled. He can face you up, then take you off the bounce.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. There's Russell with the 3. That one no good. Good D by Rubio.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
This game was in danger of getting away from them. They've made a nice push to keep it close.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
They need this one. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter back.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
What a start it was for Karl-Anthony Towns. He had 9 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 steal. And that's...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. It's kind of like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Bridges out there with Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the 5, roaming the paint. And Beasley, here we go. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Pass to Booker. There's the three. They get it back. It's tipped. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Beasley with a clean look. And another three for Minnesota.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
For 3, Booker knocks down the 3 ball. Booker's got 13 points.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
And the last 2 years, Karl-Anthony Towns getting a rap as a bad defender. Clark, do you think that's fair to say?
You know what, Kevin? I don't think it's as fair as it once was. He's not nearly the defensive liability he used to be. He's better defensively one-on-one, and I think he's improved in his ability to switch and rotate on smaller players.
To the inside, Okogie. Towns wide open. Off target with his 3.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Booker. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Russell passes to Beasley. Right side Towns. Ron Gomez trying to break free. Towns, no luck. To the middle. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Hangs. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on 8.
Tell you what, you don't expect the center to attack off the bounce like this. I mean, Towns caught the defense off guard.
And Clark, throughout your NBA career, you always wore number 33. How'd you end up picking that number?
Well, it goes back to my idolization of Lou Alcindor at the time, who is now known as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He was the first big, graceful guy I saw do a little bit of everything in his days at UCLA, and then I digested all kinds of books and stories about him and just really admired his work on and off the court. Because he wore 33, I chose 33.
Russell from long range. Drills it from outside. 5 points in the game.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowed.
Saric. And that one is off. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession. Now we'll check across the NBA the best shooters from the stripe. Devin Booker is second.
I mean, he's not going to miss many foul shots. That's for sure. He is a machine when he gets to the charity stripe.
Saric looking around. Over Reed. Count that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Saric. The feed now to Johnson. Over Kaminsky. Back to Russell. Culver dishes to Russell. Layman pass to Reed. Over Saric. Reed misses. Suns trail by 8. Carter inside the three-point line. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 3 assists in the game. From past the arc, Johnson with the block. They get it back, and Baines kicks to Booker. And Layman pulls it down.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here.
And checking out some stats for D'Angelo Russell. Over the last 10 games or so, he's really shown up. 18th in scoring, and he's in the top 20 in steals, bringing that focus and intensity at both ends.
And like you were saying, one of the stronger scorers in the league. A tireless worker on the offensive end. And it's no wonder he's top 20 in points. Minnesota leading by 3. It's tipped and stolen by Booker. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Saric has the open look. And Culver pulls it down.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contributions.
Johnson with it. And there's the pass to Culver. Lays it up off the glass. Culver's got his first bucket in this one.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Phoenix shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game, and he makes the first. So it's both teams making substitutions here. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Timberwolves have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Easily in the post, covered by Sharch. Reed, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Reed's got 6.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebounding. Unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Timberwolves lead by 6. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense too, Greg. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. They've got James Johnson. Beasley is out there with Russell. Then there's Towns, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the small forward. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Okogie's checked in for Johnson. And Phoenix also making a switch. Andre Ayton's checked in for Aaron Baines. Johnson, that's for 2. Minnesota with the rebound. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Beasley. Here's Towns. Passes it to Okogie. Here's Hernan Gomez. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
Here's Rubio. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup.
Gutsy play. I mean, with the defender in his face, Rubio never loses concentration.
Russell kicks to Beasley. Over Johnson. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ayton's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. They grab their own miss. Kicks it out to Rubio. Booker outside. Clock at 6. Second shot opportunity. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Hernan Gomez has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Okogie. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 4 assists now tonight.
Yeah, you look at Russell, and one of the things I like most about his game is this guy has great vision and passing ability.
And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Leading by 5. Out of bounds, Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Russell passes to Hernan Gomez. Kicks it out to Beasley. Feeds it to Towns. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamorous stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Inside, here's Ayton. And he converts the layup.
And padding that field goal percentage, just hard to stop Ayton when he gets the ball that deep.
Rubio against Russell. Kicks it to Beasley. He dishes it to Towns. 6 on the shot clock. Beasley against Booker. No good from Beasley. Suns trail by 7. A 3 ball. And Booker is good for 3. Booker's got 12 points in just the second half.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
And Rubio kicks to Booker. Rubio, the pass to Bridges. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Timberwolves?
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, but also they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
The Suns making a switch here. Charge is checked in. Beasley outside. Pass to Hernangomez. There's the dish to Russell. Shoots over Rubio. They get it again. It's good on the putback. And the Timberwolves lead by 6.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
And night in and night out, that's what he provides.
Chalk up 2 there.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now Russell. Beasley outside. And here's Russell. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And the free throw no good, but they'll get the ball back here. Bridges against Towns. Clock at 4. Russell from long range. The putback, and it's Towns on the follow.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
And so the Timberwolves take the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
Good.